Ty Ford, and today I'm looking at a Zoom Q4 camcorder. It shoots at 1920 by 1080, 30 frames per second, and less than that. Thought I'd give you a tour of the features just to let you know what's going on with this. Here we've got on the back a micro HDMI port for the output of audio and video. Got a USB port, and that allows three things to happen. You can either power from a USB power supply, you can charge the internal removable battery, or you can access files on an SD card if it's inserted into the camera. On the left, you got an 1/8" audio input. It's unbalanced stereo. And right next to it, the green one, is headphones. Turning it around a little bit on the side here, you can see a couple of different things. There's an input level. I've got the camera on right now so you can see the input level winking at you. Right next to it is a rocker panel for headphone volume. The audio input can be set for either high, medium, or low here, and either manual or automatic there. There's a low cut filter which helps in some situations where you've got an overabundance of low frequencies, and in some case wind control. An SD card and a battery indicator, and the colors of these indicators tell you what's going on with the SD card and the battery. Zoom is well known for its audio, and the audio on this camera comes primarily from these little stereo XY microphones on top. You can record audio as high as 96 kilohertz 24-bit, 96 kilohertz 16-bit, 48 kilohertz 24-bit and 16-bit, 44.1 kilohertz 24-bit and 16-bit, or some other more compressed formats. This little square right here to the left of the Zoom logo is a little speaker, so when you're out on location, if you don't have headphones plugged in, you can hear what you're playing back. Coming around to the front, there's a nice little green light there that lets you know that you are not in record. And if I put us into record, it goes red. And if I have the level turned up too much, see if I can just thump these guys, it'll blink. That's a great little indicator to let you know that something's wrong with the audio and you really need to address it. If you can tell by reading the lens, it's an f2.8, 22 millimeter, 130 degrees wide angle. This is the flip out LCD panel. And on this, you can see across the top, we are still in record, the red light here. You can see the audio levels, the time, the battery status. Down across the bottom, there are 4 little buttons. And on the left right now, because we're in record, we can't really get to this. But what I can show you is this minus button here, this third one, is the one that takes you in and out of wide angle. So there's 2 angles. That's the wide angle. And there you go. Now we're kind of more or less in close-up. So if we come out of record, now we can play back that clip if we hit the green button here. Over here, this one has turned into a little gear wheel. If we hit that, we can go into the menus. I don't know if you can see the detail, but you've got video, audio, LCD rotation, file, settings, and USB. You navigate them by the middle 2 buttons and then go into a menu as far as you want to. And you just keep hitting the left one until you come back out. Also, when you're shooting, you can see down in the corner of each window, we're at mid-level sensitivity for the audio, and over here, 1080/30, and waves at 48 kilohertz 24-bit. If you don't need this LCD panel, what you can do is hit this button here, fold it, and slide it right off. This way you have a really pretty low profile piece that you could, attach to somebody's helmet or a skateboard or a guitar neck or anything like that. So it really makes for a nice little compact package. And then you just slip it back on and you're good to go. Pretty nicely put together for a little camera. I guess the only thing I can think of that I would mention is that the LCD panel is pretty reflective, and as a result, if you're outside, it doesn't do well in full sun, and the reflectivity of it makes it a little bit hard to see things when you're out there. Other than that, seems to be a pretty interestingly put together piece of gear, and you might find some use for it. Thanks for stopping by.